My name is Angela Barron. I'm from Humboldt, Saskatchewan, located an hour east of Saskatoon. So doing the course a third time was very needed. When you come one time, you're going to pull back some of those initial layers emotionally into that subconscious. You're going to realize, wow, I need to take massive personal action here, here, and here to start getting on that path of self-love. Oh, and this is what self-love looks like. And then you'll come back a second time and it'll dig in a little deeper and you'll almost feel like, whoa, I thought I was like over that. I thought I had it in the bag. And so that's where you're like, I need the third time. And Dr. Wolfe talks about it all the time. He really recommends you come to 3 courses, and that's because that's what it takes to engrave it into the subconscious and to pull back enough layers to really start to flourish into your authentic self. So by the time I got to the 3rd course, the biggest transition for me was that rather than being so closed off to the feeling side within me, I started to be much more receptive to feeling things and not being shut down and embarrassed of emotion. I need to allow emotion to move freely through me and then let it out of me. It can't be stuck and trapped, and that's a big thing. That's not a weakness. That's a strength to be able to let go of an emotional pain that turns into a physical pain. As well, the 3rd time really helped me to, as a practitioner, that's the moment where you leave and you become a complete professional in what you do and in your business. You leave with the ability to be a total professional at what you do. First time, you definitely have the confidence. You can go out there, you can make an impact and help others, but you gotta watch, because you're gonna have those moments of falling back into old habits too. So by the time you do the 3rd course, you're ready to be a complete professional in your own life, personally, and in your business. So becoming a master practitioner was something that I realized I wanted to pursue after my 1st course. Initially, because for me everything started with taking a personal training and treatment with my family, that was what showed me that I really needed to let go of what I was doing up to that point and pursue this new journey of looking within and finding out about true self-care and self-love. And I knew that I was in the right place. I knew that I loved the physical work, the non-surgical deep tissue. It was an amazing therapy. You really get to see how, wow, this can heal such a broad range of conditions that we're otherwise told they're not capable of being healed. So that was really exciting to me. But then upon taking the 1st course, I knew I needed to be there. I knew I had to, that's the path I needed to pursue, is get to that 1st course and become a practitioner. And I did that. But within doing that, I realized, well, heck, this is in such alignment with where I'm meant to be and what I'm meant to do and where I've seen myself going in my life, that, I want to become the best I can be at this. And that entails being a master practitioner. Not only because I wanted to be a real professional, but because I need to be engaged in this 24/7, because when this is my career and I have to essentially be that example to the clientele I work with, it is what really engraves it in my own subconscious that there's no going back to that old way that I used to be. I've started doing treatments on family and friends, and I mean, my family's been more than supportive, because we've come from, or I came from a family that was open-minded to the alternative healthcare system out there, and we like to do things in a more natural way if possible. So that's actually how we came across Dr. Wolfe in the first place, through his Doc of Detox show, and started to follow him on there. Start to follow him through that. And so my family having that like-mindedness to look for the natural route was definitely in an alignment with the body's ability to heal itself. So they're very open to the work that I do, the non-surgical deep tissue, the emotional implications that are hidden in the tissues. And I know that they're definitely thankful that, they have a practitioner who can treat them. But I'm also lucky enough that my family, my mom, my dad, and my boyfriend all took the personal training and treatment. So, I'm not to the wayside either. I have people who can help me out and keep me scar tissue free as well. How has my business changed since receiving the Master Practitioner certification? Well, I was a non-surgical deep tissue therapist for a little while, and right off the hop, you have the confidence to leave that course and get out there working with all kinds of conditions. There's some people, a lot of people, it's just the stiffness that they get from aging, because we have aging beliefs, and we really believe that we're old, and that's normal, that you shouldn't be able to be able to sit on a toilet anymore, or touch your toes, or put on socks properly. It's those types of things, so hip pain, knee pain, ankle and foot, that's the type of things I was treating a lot of, just the people with the nagging discomfort. And so you would help them, you would give them relief far longer than they've experienced from other types of therapies, but because it's a lifestyle they've been living for so long, and we're talking people who are going into more so in their 50s and 60s, they have some habits definitely break it, so we start to consult them on the perfect day and get them introduced to that fresh and raw lifestyle that can help them minimize the inflammation so that they can be pain-free for their lifetime. This isn't just about managing pain for a certain period of time. It's really about mastering it and getting rid of it. So since receiving the Master Practitioner certification, I've now been able to work with other types of clientele that are a little more chronic, you could say, from arthritis, like chronic arthritis, which is, for those particular individuals, it's been like they're on a year journey where they need every joint in their body worked over 3 times. But again, when you follow the perfect day, it really works. And I know with one of my clients in particular, she had traveling pain throughout her foot, and it was associated with arthritis, and that was lucky enough to disappear after just the initial ankle treatments. I had another gentleman who had been suffering with a really bad case of tennis elbow for over a year, just pain on a daily basis, loss of strength in his arm, and within one treatment I was able to help him be pain-free. His strength came right back. Of course, there's a bit of recovery time there from the treatment, where we let everyone know there's going to be a little bit of inflammation post-treatment. You just woke up tissue that was literally dehydrated and dead. Not dead, but it was acting like it was dead because it was so just tough and beef jerky-like. And so after he got through those couple of days, 4 or 5 days, then the pain just subsided, disappeared. He had his strength back. And this was someone who was very on the go. He was doing a physical labor job. He needed his strength, and he needed to be able to not be hindered by that pain. So those are the types of clientele I've been able to work with now since getting the Master Practitioner certification. So my clinic, it's called New Vision Health. It's located in Humboldt, Saskatchewan, a small town about an hour east of Saskatoon. And you can contact me at www.newvisionhealth.com.